Welcome to Gold Medal Business, the place to be if you're a children's activity and sport entrepreneur who is serious about growing and scaling your business to six-figure success and beyond. We talk growing your team, growing your students and your venues, and so much more. I'm Katie Cannon, former 5 times British gymnastics champion turned 7-figure entrepreneur. Are you ready to get started? Let's grow your business. Welcome. If you're brand new to our community, welcome. I'm your host, Katie Cannon, founder of Gold Medal, and your host every Tuesday and Thursday to really support you to be a phenomenal children's activity and sport entrepreneur. Now, if you haven't yet, you know how excited we were last week in our community. We have launched our brand new book, which is so exciting. It launched last week, which basically has all my experience over the last 20 years of being in this industry. I want you to comment book in the chat box or drop us a DM wherever you're tuning in from. And I literally just want you to put book so we can make sure we have the free PDF available for you. And at the moment, we have a really great opportunity for you. If you actually want the actual book, the first 10, I think we're very close to this now as we launched this last week, but the first 10 to book a call in the month of November got an actual book. So I don't know if there's any spaces left on that now, but I'm just popping it out there. If you want to see if that's still available, just put the said book and then call in the comments below so we can make sure we book that in for you and make sure you get the physical copy. So far with our book, I have been thrilled. And you know what? I was on some coaching calls earlier and speaking to some new clients this morning. And it is so nice when the first thing they said is like, I'm reading your book and this is what I've implemented so far, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, fantastic. Because when you are in our community, whether you're in our Facebook group, then you're matching it with reading the book, then you're jumping on a call, then you're in one of our accelerators, then you're joining one of our programs. When you get to that point, you are further along when you get to us in our mentorship program. Now, we have people within 24 hours have, maybe have read the book, listened to some launches, tuned into 3 or 4 of our podcasts, and they're like, I'm ready to go. Sometimes it might take people a year, 18 months, and that is fine. It is your journey. So it's the reason why we added the book as a piece to our content and value to you is because I said, when you get to our mentorship programs, it helps us because you are further down the line. You've got some things, maybe all of it, maybe some bits in place, and you are understanding first and foremost on how we operate, how we hold your hand, how we're coaching you. And you can really see the depth of our knowledge in our community. I said, I've been in this industry for over 20 years. I've built, you name it, I've done it in this industry. We've done the ups, we've done the downs. And that is vital for you to know when you know who's exactly supporting you and helping you. So if you haven't yet, comment book so you can make sure you get our brand spanking new book that launched last week. So today I'm going to be sharing with you, when is the right time to launch another income stream? Now, you can use this same analogy if you're thinking about starting a new business. So I have this question time and time again when people say to me, I'm ready for a franchise or I'm ready to do this angle of my business. And I'm often on calls will say, we will dial in. I will strip the business back. I say, okay, yes, you're ready, or no, you're nowhere near, or no, you need to wait 12 months. So I'm going to break this down into a few points for you. Now, number one is I want you to look at your business and look at the areas that you have struggled with within your business over the last 12 to 24 months. Now, within that time, I want you to look at, are those areas that you struggled with, have you overcome them? Or are they still a challenge? Okay. Have you overcome them, or are they still a challenge? So I'm going to take one from a personal development standpoint. Confidence in maybe your marketing, confidence in maybe building your systems and processes. Is that still a challenge, or is it something you've overcome? Cash flow. Is it still a challenge, or is it something you've overcome? we're always growing in cash flow. You're never even like, job done, never need to work on it again. But is it manageable? Are you on top of it? Okay. So looking at where have you struggled and where are you at in filling those gaps? Number 2, is your leadership team in place? One of my mentors once told me, and this has never left me, and that was, you don't want to build another business or another income stream until your leadership team is so super strong, but to a point where you're taking something else off of your shoulders. So basically, you don't want to be adding something to your plate when you're still in all the commitments for yourself on a day-to-day. If you're thinking, shall I add that another income stream in? Shall I start that other business? You want to be thinking, I can do that, but first, I got to take this piece off of my plate. Because this was me in the early days. I'd say the first 7-8 years of being an entrepreneur. You know, as entrepreneurs, we're yes people, aren't we? We're like, yes, of course I can do that. Yes, of course I can do that. Yes, what a great opportunity. Absolutely don't want to miss out on that. But that can also be the biggest detriment to us as an entrepreneur, because then lack of focus happens. And that totally was me in the first 6 years of business. And I've had to work so hard at refining this focus. And to be honest, for a good, as I was going through this, a good 5-6 years, business wasn't all that exciting when I was building my gyms, because I took almost 10 steps back to make 30 steps forward. We're now literally seeing the fruits of our labor, as it were, and really celebrating those successes from almost being boring in business for 5 or 6 years, refining, developing, stripping the business back, layering it on top, building those foundations super strong. So we have to almost sometimes take steps back to then move forwards. So I want you to always think, when you're looking at, am I ready to build another income stream or another business? Am I in the place where is my leadership team in place? Do I have people in my business that can operate certain arenas of my business without me? Number 3, systems and predictability. Do you have your clear avatar? Do you have your 5 areas completely dialed in? Your sales, your customers, your SOPs, your marketing positions. Is there a person in each role in your business that is taking care, almost we say bums on seats? And what I teach in our mentorship, when we've just come off the back in October, and really focusing on core strength of your team and layering the positions in the team and making sure each person is dialed in, knowing exactly who is responsible for what, and making sure that job role is super crystal clear. You want a bums on seat in every piece of your organization. So when you're thinking, am I ready to build another income stream? You want to be ensuring you're looking and going, yeah, because I've got someone in marketing. Yes, I've got someone in sales. Yes. Okay. Yep. I'm out of this day to day. Yes, I have the brain space, the white space in my calendar, and the time to actually start thinking about it. And if that is a no, that is okay. You then know, especially as we move forward into 2025, said we are massively building on this now in our communities, is really helping our mentees and our clients support them with, okay, is that idea going to work in 2025? Are we nearly there yet? Because we've refined and reviewed 2024 so clearly from every angle. We then have predictability, whether if that is actually going to work in 2025, or do we need to maybe put it as a 2026 goal? So you need to make sure your leadership team is in place, matched with your systems and your predictability. I then want you to have a look at is looking at your business. Number 4 is where can, and this is very similar to your leadership and your systems and processes. So having a look and going, where in your business, if that business has less of you, where will it thrive and where will it suffer? Because you want to leave your business, and you're not just leaving it and going, see ya, but your business, if you're starting another income stream or you're starting another business, you are leaving less time of you in your current business. So you need to know, I said, linked exactly the same with your leadership team, with your systems and processes, that if you stepped out the business and go, do you know, I'm not here for 2 days a week, that you know your business is absolutely fine because they're not used to seeing you and holding the reins 24/7. In my early days of business, this is exactly what tripped me up. This is exactly which led me to shut one of my gyms. Is because I was so in the business on a day-to-day and trying to build other gyms and other income streams that I hadn't built that strong enough for me then to go and do something else. Now, fast forward 16 years in business, I have such a strong team and strong business that whether I'm there or I'm not, the business still thrives. I'm only in the business 1 day a week. And most of the time when I'm in the office there, I'm working on other things to do with gold medal and other things in the business for growth. I could be there or I could be working from another office. So whether I'm there or I'm not, it's thriving. It took time to get it there, 100%, but it's totally possible for you. So looking at number 5, looking at your long-term implications. So this is where you're big, and this is why I brought this to you with 2025 very much in plan. And you should be thinking about this. We've got a great 2025 planning event that we have launched. And actually, this has actually come out for anybody that signs up to our bronze or silver programs. Literally the deadline is today. So I'm saying this a little bit too late because we launched this on Friday with our close community. Actually receive our planning event in December completely for free. So our plan event is early December. It's a 3-hour masterclass with myself directly. And we are going to be planning 2025 with you. Okay. So if you're interested in that, I just want you to put planning into our comments box so that you can save £200 by joining our mentorship program, but you're saving on the masterclass. Are you ready for that next level of growth and you're super serious about getting the level of support that you need? Then look no further. Our Your CEO mentorship program is open for you to apply to if you are insanely serious about growing your marketing, your team, your next level leadership. You're really serious about that next level growth and scaling your brand to your next vision and beyond. This is exactly the right mentorship for you. It's a 12-month mentorship which is completely tailored around your needs to grow and scale your brand in the children's activity industry. With over 100 years of experience in this program of myself and my team that are sharing weekly trainings of team successes, but also the one-to-one touch. One of the things that we're incredibly powerful and proud of our mentorship is it not only gives you the group element, but it gives you the high touch, the high nurture, and the one-to-one support that I know after teaching hundreds of entrepreneurs will really take you to that next level. So if this is something for you, I want you to book a call in the show notes below. Get yourself in front of our team so we can see if this is exactly the right fit for you and to get you up and running and to start to see your business thrive. So looking at long-term implications, I want you to think we have, what's your 10-year vision? What's your 5-year vision? If you start this extra business or this extra income stream, how does it implicate the next step? What are the goods, the upsells and the downsells? What is, your manpower, your accounts, your time, your expenses? So it's what I'm trying to teach you is not by, I've got an idea, let's start it. It's actually looking at idea and targeting it and planning it from every area. So when you're looking at that, you're not just going, I think this is a great idea. Let's get going and let's get a website up and landing page by tomorrow. It's planning. How does this fit in? How does this fit in with our ideal client? Is it going to hinder the business? Is it going to support the business? What income do we need? If we have to invest into that part, are we going to have enough, or is it pulling money from my existing business? So it's looking at it holistically. And when I started building like this in mind, I started saying no far more than I said yes. But in the early days, it was a yes, 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 because I would do it and then think after. And that's a trait completely of entrepreneurship, but also when you're very new as an entrepreneur, because you don't want to miss out. FOMO. We don't want to fear of, we don't want to be like, oh, I'm scared of missing out. I'm missing out. FOMO is a real thing. And you think, oh, but I can fit it in. Oh, I could just do it an hour a week. No business runs on an hour a week if it's going to be successful. So it's looking at the cost opportunity, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's your personal time, whether it's your team. You're looking at it from every angle. And that leads me on really nicely to looking at number 6, which is how does this strengthen your brand? So as you're building, you want to be building as smartly as you can. So we've got a really exciting, and I'm letting the cat out of the bag here a little bit because this isn't launching till next year, but we have a new business launching next year, which is very much supporting athletes going into business. Now, why am I sharing this with you now during this training? Because I've just said, does it strengthen your brand? So even though our athletes into business is going to be a separate business entity to gold medal business, but what does it do? It strengthens the two because there's a natural link. Because we are going to be coaching athletes into business and helping them use their skills from what they've learned as an athlete to put that into business and to build a fantastic career for themselves. But what does that do? We've strengthened this piece over here because a lot of athletes in business, yes, some of them might not build children's activity businesses, but a lot of them, I bet you they will, because they're going to be pulling from their strengths in sport. So it's a completely different business, but the two brands will naturally talk to each other and will refer back and forth. Okay, so they're two different businesses. Now, if I'd opened a coffee shop, would that strengthen? Probably not, because, I'm watching Shelley. I can see you're watching. I think, Shelley, if you're still on, you'll laugh. I do love a chocolate fudge cake and I love a carrot cake. So I'll probably eat all of my stock. But the reality is, if I opened a coffee shop, does that strengthen my existing gyms? And does it strengthen gold medal? The answer is no. Because there's no natural link. Now, it's not to say you can't ever do that and do a business that's completely different, but you want to try and build smartly where there will always be a natural link where you can, until you get to a point when you're so time free that if you really wanted to build that coffee shop, you could bet, you know what, I'm going to do it and I've got the cash flow and these 4 businesses that I've got over here are absolutely buzzing at the seam and I'm never there. Awesome. You go and build that coffee shop. But you want to see where you can build smartly and strategically and use your resources to its fullest. So I wanted to share that little example. I said we haven't launched yet. Everything's building and being put together and will be launched in January 2025. So very exciting launching there.
Hello, so my name is Chantal. I run a toddler football business. I've run that for just over 6 years now. So we focus on teaching children to play football, learn through play. I just kind of found that we was getting at a bit of a standstill, so we was kind of just getting comfortable, which was fine, but we wasn't really moving anywhere. Just under 400 children now, and I saw one of the ads for the Scale to Freedom Accelerator course, which is where I started with Katie. I attended that. I had a phone call with Katie as well. She's lovely, really friendly. I've had various coaches in the past, but in terms of business, Katie is the one for us. Obviously, she specialises in children's activity. So she ticked every box for us. It made complete sense for us to sign up to her. So during the 15-minute chat with Katie before signing up, I got on really well with her. I explained the business, she completely understood, which is something that I haven't had from other coaches before. They've always found it really fun and exciting, but then they've given us ideas, but they're not necessarily ideas we can implement because they don't actually have the skill set. Katie does have that. She's been doing this for, I think, just under 20 years now. So I've been working for Katie for the last few months. A lot of what she said on our call, I could completely relate to. It's stuff that I'd thought about and things that I'd wanted to do with the business, just hadn't pushed forward with it. So since working with Katie, we've been able to make loads of changes, get new people on board to help us improve the business, but also improve it a little bit quicker. So it's allowing me to create some of that white space that Katie calls, to put my time and energy into more exciting bits of the business, but also expand it. So the aim is to obviously get the numbers from 400 mark, but to boost them right up. And I just feel with Katie's help and support, that's something that we're going to be able to do. I'm already noticing that the numbers are growing. And it isn't just about Katie as well. There's a great group of people within the team, or there's a lot of other business owners, gymnastics, theatre, dance, other football clubs. So you can catch up with those as well. So you get your one-to-one calls with Katie, which are amazing. I always leave feeling absolutely buzzing because I get so excited on them, and I leave with so many things that I want to do and put into place. And then you get your group sessions as well with the team, so you can hear any highs and lows that they're going through at the minute. You can help them, they can help you. If you're looking to make that next change in your business and you want to grow a little bit quicker, a little bit bigger, but you're just not really sure where to do it or how to do it, 100% recommend the course. Kate is lovely. The other people in the course are lovely as well. If you need a coach, Katie, I'd say she's the coach for you.
So I hope you found those 6 tips that I've shared with you really relevant in terms of, because the reason I wanted to share this with you as well was because as we come to this point where we're reviewing and looking at next year, we want to be looking at, this is where, without a doubt, new ideas start popping in. And you're thinking, oh, I've done this well this year. I could absolutely do this. But I want you to look back at those 6 points. And as you have your idea, I recommend have the 6 points, write them out because you're going to refer to them again and again. And then you have next to it your idea. And I want you just to put a line. Now, if you think it matches up on all 6 and you're all good, let's go for it. But if there's like 3 or 4 missing, it's not ready. Maybe 6 months into 2025, you are ready. Maybe you're not. Okay. So really get super refined in what your next income stream is going to look like and how it's going to mirror with those 6 points. So as I started with, if you haven't yet got your free copy of our book that launched last week, I want you to comment book below so that we can make sure you get it, because there's so many good nuggets that all correspond to what I've just shared with you today to really support you to build a thriving business in a children's activity space. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you on Thursday for Go Gold with Katie, and get implementing. And I can't wait to start celebrating your success as we move into 2025. Have an amazing day. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you've enjoyed and you've really got some great benefits, please share with someone you know or someone in the children's activity space to really support them in their growth as a children's activity entrepreneur. Please hit subscribe so we can hit more people and get more great value to them. Thank you so much for being part of our community. It's an honor each week to train and nurture you, and I cannot wait to hear all of your great business successes.